Hello and welcome to my final video of the year. It's so I was thinking of what kind of video I wanted to make for my last video, maybe a 2019 rewind or look back on 2019, but I thought, let's take a look back at the whole year. And yeah, it's been a long time, 10 years. Wow, I think if you ask anyone, they'll consider the 2010s to be one of the most advanced decades, of course, because it's the newest decade, but one of the decades where we made the most advancements of humankind and just as people ourselves. Like, the amount of trends, of different and new trends in one decade compared to other decades, it's just disgusting. I mean, I can't even, if I try to make a video about every trend, every game, every movie, or anything in the 2010s, we'd be here for a really long time, and I'd even be in my room for even longer editing the fucking thing. So, we're not going to be doing that, but today we're going to be talking about the whole 2010s, my experience, and basically just looking back on it. So, sit back, get some popcorn, maybe Monster. We don't do hot chocolate, we only do Monster on the Goose channel. And yeah. So the 2010s, if you consider it for either special effects for movies, scripts for movies, or video games, even VR, or phones, TVs, gaming consoles, gaming PCs, all those categories and so much more have been so advanced in just this one decade. Like, let's look back at the 80s. In the beginning, we were starting to really get color TV in every household, and at the end, everyone just started to get cable. That was just 10 years for TV. And for TV from 2010 to around 2019 or 2020, whatever you want to say, first we started with, the flat screens really started to become a common thing in the household. Then we started to have Netflix and Hulu, and then you could port your TV to your computer, then to your phone, then your tablet, and even to your watch. Is that a thing? I don't know. Probably is, but how many advancements we made in TV compared just to the 80s? That's just one thing we made, and that's just unbelievable. Memes. Yeah, my hair right now is a meme. My shirt is a meme. Me and myself, I am a meme. Just kidding. But memes from 2010 to 2020. To say the least, if you look at a meme from 2010 and a meme now, 2010, haha, funny. 2019, is this a war crime? Am I allowed to even be looking at this? Like, what am I looking at? It's like a horror. It's like when people theorize over a horror movie or a science fiction thing. Like, oh, what does this mean? Or does this mean that? Does that reference to that? But it's just a picture of a dog and text. So, I mean, is that an advancement in human technology? I don't know. Probably isn't, but is it cool? I don't know either. I don't know what it means. No, but really, probably, actually, you know what? No, not probably, and not mostly, but the most popular thing of the 2010s were most definitely memes. And, wow, were they interesting. YouTube. If you look back at 2010, YouTube, in like the year 2010, that's when YouTubers started to become a real thing. Now, if you look at that, we're at the rate we're looking at now, YouTube might be ancient history in maybe a couple of years, because back in 2010, it was basically a freeform platform, and now it's just a corporate nightmare. Actually, no, it's a wonderland for corporations, but for actual creators and actual people who enjoy the website or try to create content, it's a nightmare. And a lot of people say, oh, it's all PewDiePie's fault, and no, it's not. It's the YouTube management team and maybe to an extent Google taking over. I don't think that has a really big part on it, because because Google and YouTube, those are two totally separate teams, etc. But I don't want to get into that. The point is, YouTube is a very different place, and just in the past 3 years, it's changed so much. And that's the thing about the 2010s. So much changes in just such little time. And, including me. Like, look, if you look at me, like, 2 years ago, yeah, I sounded like Mickey Mouse. Now I sound like, a pubescent freak. Yeah, I know. What a surprise. But YouTube, a lot of people were asking, is it going to be a thing in the future? And at this rate, at the rate it's going, if they keep going at this, no. There's been a recent YouTube policy at the time I'm making this with insulting other YouTubers, insulting other people. And another thing is, at first a lot of people were thinking that was going to affect just commentators like me. I've made plenty of videos insulting people, and for example, iDubbbz's Leafy Content Cup, that was taken down, and that was a video not even made this year. I don't know why that would apply to the rules, but that's YouTube for you. And every time you think you know what YouTube's gonna do, they just come out with some dumb policy, and we just don't know. In my opinion, at this rate, there's not gonna be a hope in a year, but you know, yeah, we'll see. What's that thing? It was like Net Nobody or something that happened last year. Whatever happened to that? I'm not like hinting at anything. Nothing. It's not gonna be a joke. I seriously have no idea what happened to that. So if anyone can tell me, tell me. And finally, me. Now, when you hear someone say, "And finally me," they're probably a psychopath, and you need to run away. And this applies to the situation, but don't run away. Stay with me. It's warm in this room. But really, me as a person, I've changed a lot throughout the 10 years. Of course, you know, I went from a 5-year-old to a 14-year-old. So, but on YouTube, I've changed a lot. I've had 3 channels. One channel I don't even know anymore. Then there's my second channel I don't use, and then there's this channel. If you count my first ever channel, I started in 2012, so in like 2 years or 3 years, whatever you want to say. It's gonna be 10 years on YouTube, but I don't really count that. So technically, it's been around 5 years on YouTube, I think. I started that in around 2014. Oh, so it's like 6. Wow. Ooh. But I've been on this platform for a lot longer than most people think. I've definitely watched it grow. And I'm surprised, you know, like a year ago I thought it was gonna be a Leafy clone. I'm doing pretty good at this rate, you know? But yeah, I've definitely changed a lot. Everything's changed a lot. And this video is basically just looking back on everything. And for one last send-off, I was debating maybe a reference, you know, a meme, something popular, but there's one thing I used to abuse with my friends and family, and I haven't abused it in a while, but I think I should abuse it one more time. I've been Goose, and I'm sorry.